Hey everyone, and welcome back to Engineers on a Budget. Today we're going to be doing our week 2 check-in. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so this week we had a couple of bills come out, so we're going to go ahead and lay down the bills that did come out this week. So first bill coming out is American Heritage. It includes our illness and accidental insurance. So we're going to go ahead and lay this down. This did clear on the 6th, so I'm going to go ahead and do it like this. And it is $43.11. So that did clear, which means all of our insurance is paid for the month. The second item that we had come out was actually my student loans. So that cleared on the 8th. I'm going to go ahead and lay that sticker down. And my student loans, I actually just send in a check every month, so that way I can identify how much I want going to principal. And that is it for our bills this week. Next we're going to go ahead and hit our cash envelopes. So the first one is going to be groceries. So let's see what we spent on groceries this month. I'm not proud of all the money we spent on groceries, but it's okay. It's a lot of groceries that we really did need. So the first one is our Misfits order that cleared on the 6th. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And then we do also order from Schwann's every once in a while, and that is like a frozen food service. We do have a couple of items that we do like to get for them, and I get Schwann's maybe once every month, every other month or so. So that was $116 coming out of groceries. And then the last item, or the last day that we spent groceries on, was the 8th. I try to go Fridays to get our groceries for the week, and so we went to King Soopers, and that was $50. And that's just kind of the last items, like your milks and things like that. So that was it on groceries. And then for our household spending, we had one expense. That was at King Soopers. I had to go and pick up some medicines and stuff. So it was $38 at King Soopers. And also detangler. My daughter's hair gets very tangled up, so we try to get some detangler so that way we can go ahead and make sure that her hair doesn't get all tangled. And then this week for spending, I had two expenses. I did order my November Romina stickers, so that was $43.12, and that was on the 6th. I try to do all my spending on like certain days. And the last item was Sam's Club for $38.04. I went and picked something up today, so that is on the 10th. And that is it for our spending categories. Next is our family fun. We had quite a few activities this weekend, so we were pretty busy. I went ahead and let the kids know that we can go ahead and eat out on Saturday, so that's where all this spending went. So we had $6 at McDonald's because that's where little miss wanted to go this week. So that is $6. My son wanted Panda Express, so he went there, and then my husband and I had a date. It was like an early dinner date, so it was nice. We went to Las Dalias, which is a Mexican restaurant pretty close to us, and we spent $53 there. And my goal is to go out like maybe once every other week, just because I really like eating out. So rather than deprive myself of the opportunity to eat out, I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, let's try to limit it, but not completely deprive ourselves. So our next category is gas, and we had one expense for gas this week, and that was on Friday after I went to King Soopers. For our groceries and household run, I did go ahead and stop and fill up the Escape. So that was $41.98. And that was the only gas expense we had. I don't know if I'll need gas next week. I don't think so. So the next opportunity will probably be the week after that. The week of the 18th is probably when I'll fill up the Prius. And then the last activity, because Saturday was so busy, we did go to Dinosaur Ridge for a Girl Scout activity. So we went ahead and it was $7. We pulled it from our miscellaneous funds, but we had to pay for parking. And then I used it for some tip money as well. So if anybody's in the Denver metro area, Dinosaur Ridge is a lot of fun. You get to kind of walk around, and they do have like footprints all paint or stained, so that way you can kind of see the footprints and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. You can even see some dinosaur bones still in the rock, which is really cool. So we had a wonderful time that day. Got some Girl Scout badges. It was a lot of fun. It was very windy, but also very bright and sunny, so that was very nice to get outside and just kind of walk around. So that was our final expense on Saturday. And then I also have these no spin stickers from Ramina's shop. So I'm going to go ahead and lay these down because we did have some no spin days, which is really nice. So we had 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to try to do 3 or 4 next week. We'll see. We have some appointments and stuff going on. So hopefully I plan dinner out well enough that I'm not going to be exhausted and stop and get some. That's like my kryptonite. Stop in and get some food on the way home. So with that, we're going to go ahead and do our weekly check-in. So starting off with our groceries, we had, seeing how much we spent, we had $116 for Schwann's, we had $37 for Misfits, and then we had $50 for King Soopers. So that was a total of $203. Let me open up to our weekly check-in. And I'll write all of these categories down really quick. And if you hear anything in the background, the dogs are like right next to me. They're pretty chill right now, but hopefully they don't go crazy. So we didn't add anything this week, so these are just all zeros. And then for groceries, we did spend $203. And so from $458, that is $255. And then I'm just going to count it really quick to make sure that's what we have. So this is our groceries envelope. And I have a lot of small bills in here because our spending is probably going to be smaller throughout the rest of the month. We have 50, 100, 50, 200, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So we check out there, 255. So that's wonderful. We should be good for the rest of the month. And then let me go ahead and cross those off. And then we will go ahead and tally up our household. So for household, we only had the one expense of $38. So on this side, I'm going to write 38. And then we had 190 last week. And so 190 minus 38 is 152. And so let me go ahead and check to make sure that that is what we have. So this is our household envelope. And we should have 152 in here. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 51, and 52. We do, so that checks out, which is wonderful. And I'm hoping not to spend much more of this month. I did stock up on quite a few things last month, so that's good. And then going to our spending category. So we did the $43.12, and spending and gas are both in our bank account. I don't pull the money out for that because most of that stuff is done with either credit card or online. So we had $43.12 and then $38.04 for Sam's Club, which means for spending this week we did $81.16. And then $189 minus that is, let's see if I can write this, $107.84. Alright, and then for family fun we had, let me mark these spending categories off. For family fun, we had $53 for our kind of lunch date, and then $12 for kiddo 1, and then $6 for kiddo 2. So that was all on Saturday. And that is $71. And we do have $389 budgeted for this month, so that is $318. And this is one that we do hold cash out for, so let's go ahead and check, make sure. So this is our fun envelope. And I feel like I might have over budgeted this month. We're not doing as much as I thought we would be. So we have 51, 50, 70, 90, 210, 230, 250, 270, 280, 290, 295, 300, 35, 10, 311, 312, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 318. So that does check out, which is wonderful. I'm thinking that we're probably going to have quite a bit left over at the end of the month if I can stick to the eat out every other weekend kind of plan. So hopefully that we can hold to that. And then our category for gas, we do have the 1 4-hour escape, and that is $41.98. So $41.98. And that is $158.02, which is still in the bank, which is good. So our miscellaneous, we only had one expense in that category, and that was at Dino Ridge. The Dinosaur Ridge had a Girl Scout Day this past Saturday on the 9th of October, so that was a lot of fun. We went and saw some dinosaur footprints and some dinosaur bones, learned a little bit about the different rocks in the area that we live in, and also some really cool electricity and mining and stuff. So my little miss was able to get a couple of badges done for Girl Scouts, and it was a lot of fun. We only had to spend $7 for parking, and we did spend some on tips, so that was $7, and we should have remaining $193. So this is one of the envelopes that we do carry cash around for. So this is our miscellaneous, and we're just gonna double check and make sure that is what we have in here. I don't know why I put 193. It really should be only 93. So today's been a day. It has been a day. So all right, 93. And let's count that really quick. Okay, so we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 1, 2, and 3. I'm thinking about getting kiddo 1 a haircut this month. We'll have to see. I think husband definitely needs a haircut, so he's probably going to go do that. Other than that, I'm not expecting a lot of miscellaneous expenses this month. So with that, and then looking for unbudgeted, I didn't do anything unbudgeted this week. Whoop, whoop. So we're going to go ahead and put 0 here, and we don't budget anything for remaining. So with that, we have all of our weekly check-ins done. We did have a few, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the page over to our transaction log, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get you zoomed in a little bit. All right, get you zoomed in. Let me go ahead and flip it over. So we have been spending some money. I forgot to go over this last week when we did our weekly check-in. So really quick, we did have swim lessons come out of Kids Extras, and that was $123, and that was on the 1st. We did have some pet expenses. I did go ahead and get them some treats from Sam's Club, so that was $14. I went ahead and took our 100 envelopes challenge, and I kind of deducted it out of that account and transferred it to our Christmas account. So we're going to use that for some of our Christmas funds there. And then with that money from the 100 envelopes, I did go ahead and pay for the travel deposit. So that was $1,338 for the deposit. And I'm hoping to get that paid off by the end of the year, so I don't have to worry about it next year. We did have an expense from subscriptions on the 8th for $175. I did add my husband and my son to the Amex card that I do have, and that's really just to work on building up my son's credit score, because I don't want him to, not have a credit score when he starts going and living on his own. So we're learning how to manage our credit that way. For holidays on the 9th, I did go ahead and buy my daughter's Halloween costume from Halloween Spirit, so that was $42. And then we also had an expense from Kids Extras for $170. My daughter is in 3 dance classes, which is why it's so high. So that did come out and clear on the 9th. And then for the pets, I did go ahead and buy them food and treats from Sam's Club again this week. I probably should have done it last week. I just wasn't thinking about it. So that was $63 today. So with that, those are all of our expenses for this week. I think it was a pretty good week overall. I'm hoping not to have a lot more expenses coming up for the rest of the month. But with that, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you join us next week for our week 3 check-in. And we should be looking at our November budget at that point, getting ready for November. If you like this and you want to join us, please subscribe. If you like the video, please like and comment down below. Let me know how you're spending one this week. I'm hoping next week won't be too much worse. I don't consider this week worse, but I mean, I did have 3 no-spend days, which is really good. So I'm hoping next week we can kind of keep on that kind of same track. Thank you all again for watching my video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.